Hello and welcome to this video about Introduction to Microsoft Sentinel. In this tutorial, you will learn about what Microsoft Sentinel is, what are the benefits of using Microsoft Sentinel, and how to deploy it into Microsoft Azure. Microsoft Sentinel is a native cloud service which is a SIEM and a SOAR tool. The SIEM stands for Security Information and Event Management Tool, which is a combination of two different terms, SIM and SAM, Security Information Management and Security Event Management. When we combine both of them, it becomes SIEM. And it is also a security orchestration automation response tool as well. So it acts as a SOAR tool to automatically respond to the incidents that we can do with the help of the playbooks or the automation rules in Microsoft Sentinel. The playbooks leverage the Microsoft's Azure logic apps. So we can define our automation workflow and we can automate the responses. Well, it combines both of the capabilities of a SIEM tool and a SOAR tool, and because it's a native cloud service, so you need not to manage the underlying infrastructure like the compute, storage, or its high availability and scalability, which means that the 70% of administrative overhead is reduced just because of using a cloud service. I've seen organizations struggling with managing the infrastructures for such services, and their focus is somewhere diverted, and they cannot give their 100% onto the security services or to protect them, but their 60-70% time is gone into managing the underlying infrastructure for that. So that is the advantage of using the Microsoft Sentinel cloud service, that you just deploy it and you're good to go, and you focus on the incident detection or threat detection or protection from that, and automating the responses for those incidents and how to investigate or visualize that data. So you focus 100% into the security rather than investing your time into infrastructure management. If I talk about the key benefits, one of the benefit I told you already, that it's a cloud service. So because of a native cloud solution, you need not to manage the underlying infra. But apart from that, it offers the unified platform. That is one thing. Unified platform means that it's a SIEM tool and as well as the SOAR tool. So I don't need two different services. Next is scalability. So it easily adapts to growing security needs of your business. It can automatically scale out. So at an enterprise scale, you can get the SIEM and SOAR capabilities for your organization. Next is threat intelligence. It leverages the Microsoft's threat intelligence that can help you to detect the threats and mitigate the attack surfaces for your workloads running in cloud or in on-premises infrastructure or anywhere in the organization's network that you have connected. Next is the automation. So it improves the efficiency and reduces the response time. It reduces the manual overhead on the users or security operation teams to respond to the repetitive incidents. So if there are repetitive incidents, then you can automate them. You can automate the responses to those incidents. Next is the integration. So it supports the integration. It works seamlessly with other Azure security services. Like you want to integrate it with Microsoft's Entra identity protection, or maybe you want to use other cloud services like Defender for Cloud, Defender for Identity, Defender for Office 365. So with different Defender services of Microsoft, you can integrate it easily. So you have everything under the umbrella of Azure, and you can seamlessly integrate. But not only with Microsoft ecosystem or Microsoft Azure services, but you can integrate it with third-party solutions as well. We will see lots of data connectors that are there that you can use to connect and ingest the data from those data connectors to this service. So these are some of the key benefits of the Sentinel. If I talk about how it works at a high level, though we are going to discuss that how it works in much more details in the coming videos. So it works by collecting the data with the help of data connectors, which are actually agents or the APIs through which the data is ingested. The logs are ingested to this, workspace for the Sentinel. And this data can be from Azure, from on-premises, or from any third-party tool or third-party cloud that you're using. So services or the agents can send the data, can send the logs to this Azure Sentinel or Microsoft Sentinel with the help of these connectors. So it does the data collection first of all, as any SIEM tool requires the collection of the data to be processed first. Then the data is analyzed. So this data is processed, and to process that, it uses the advanced analytics and the AI. So that saves your time. You can define the policies as per your requirement. The complete customization is possible. Then it detects the threats based on those policies that you have configured in terms of analytics rules or hunting queries that you have turned into the analytics rules. Then you start the investigation. You start connecting the dots together, that what is causing this incident or what are the affected entities with this incident. Then it also offers the SOAR capabilities, so it can respond to them automatically. That's how the Microsoft Sentinel works at a high level, I have explained. Well, let's jump into the demonstration and see that how we deploy the Microsoft Sentinel into Azure. It is just a matter of few clicks to onboard the Microsoft Sentinel. All you need to do is you need to go to your Microsoft Azure portal, portal.azure.com. You can search for Microsoft Sentinel service over here. So this is going to be Sentinel. As you see, I already have opened this. So Microsoft Sentinel. And you will see there is no Microsoft Sentinel right now. Then you can start creating a Sentinel solution. Or you can click on hamburger icon and create a resource. And you can also start creating the Sentinel from here. So if I look for Sentinel service, there might be many solutions from the marketplace that you may see over here. Then you need to decide the one that you're going to use. So from which vendor you're going to use. So these are the Microsoft Sentinel training labs and so on. So there are many solutions over here. This is the one, Azure Sentinel Microsoft service, and I can click on create an Azure Sentinel. But the easiest way will be to look for this service from here. So whatever mode of deployment you want to do through the portal or through command line or through templates, you can do it. So click create Microsoft Sentinel. When you start creating it, so the very first thing that is required for the Sentinel is a workspace. So you need to create a workspace for the Sentinel solution. This workspace is used to store the telemetry data, the logs, the metrics that you have collected from various sources into a database. So you can say this log analytics workspace is nothing but the database that will collect and store all this data into it, and will be used to do the analytics on top of that using the KQL queries. For this, I will have to provide a resource group. For an instance, I create a resource group for Microsoft Sentinel. So MS Sentinel RG, Sentinel resource group. Provided a friendly name, the name for your Sentinel workspace. So this is going to be the Sentinel workspace, okay, or MS Sentinel. The region where you want to store this data. So depending on your requirement, you will choose the appropriate region. Then you will provide the tag for what purpose you are deploying it. So you can provide this key value over here. This is for project training testing. You can put multiple tags to a resource. Up to 50 tags can be provided. This helps into understanding the billing and the filtering of the resources. And then you click create to create this workspace. The pricing tier you will see is pay as you go. So we had per node based pricing tier as well earlier, but that's no longer available. So pay per use is the model. I'll be paying per gig for the data that will be stored. If you are not using Sentinel, then you can store these logs for 30 days for absolutely free. But if you are a Sentinel customer, then 90 days data retention in this workspace is completely free. If you retain it more than 90 days, then it will be charged. Well, this workspace deployment will take few seconds. And once this is done, then we will onboard the Sentinel solution on top of it. Completed. And now I need to click add to add this solution. It will take few seconds once again to add this solution on top of this selected workspace. That the Sentinel deployment is completed, and if I take you to this notification, so it'll show you that this is deployed and the trial has been activated. Now I will move to the overview of this Sentinel. It shows you the getting started to continue with. I don't have any incident, any automation, any data available at the moment. Now let's do some basic settings in the Microsoft Sentinel. So we have general blade, we have threat management, content management, and configuration. I show you some basic configuration of the Sentinel here by going to the configuration and by going to the settings. If I take you to the settings over here, so it shows you the pricing tier that you are on right now. And it also shows you that if you do a commitment of 100 gig per day, then you can get 31% of discount. Then 200 gig per day, you can get 36% of discount. You can learn more about this. And then you can get up to this discount, up to 52% of discount if you commit this much of data per day. But as of now, I'm on pay as you go tier. So I will pay for whatever I will utilize. After this, I have settings where I can set the UEBA settings for user behavior, okay, for any anomalous behavior for these user entities. So I can configure that we will do later on, but let's see the workspace settings. This is taking you to the log analytics workspace to set up your workspace configuration. Like you can see the settings, all the tables of your workspace and so on. Now in this workspace, if I take you to the settings, and here there is something called usage and estimated cost, where from you can define a daily cap on the data that you are planning to ingest. First thing, you want to see the usage details. You can see it from here. Cost optimization, you can see that from here. So these are the two different things, the cost optimization related settings. If you want to put a daily cap that, okay, I want to ingest only this much of data per day, so I can provide this cap over here and set it. I also can define the data retention period, that for how long the data will be retained. Like I mentioned earlier, that 30 days data retention is free without Sentinel, but if you're a Sentinel customer, then it is 90 days data retention. So you can increase or decrease this, and maximum is 2 years. So this is 730 days, which is 2 years actually, maximum retention you can have. But if you will be retaining it more than 90 days, then you will be charged. You have noticed that how easy it is to onboard a SIEM and a SOAR tool if it is a cloud service. So there are just few clicks, some of the service deployment like the log analytics workspace that I did, and we are good to go and connect the different data connectors to ingest the data and start working on that data to define our organization policies, the compliance policies. Based on that, we want to detect these threats. So that we will learn in the upcoming videos, that how we work with these different data connectors and ingest the data into the Microsoft Sentinel. I hope this tutorial was informative to you. Thanks for watching, and do subscribe my channel for more videos. Thank you.